This 9-year-old girl smashed her 13-year-old brother's PlayStation 5 with a hammer from the garage because he deleted her Roblox account the night before, an account with 260 brain rots. And her brother is still, to this day, afraid to sleep with the door unlocked. Her name was Mia. She was 9 years old. She had a stuffed bunny that was missing one eye. She had a nightlight shaped like a tiny moon, and she had the most valuable Roblox account in her entire 4th grade class, possibly in her entire school. Mia played Steal a Brain Rot. If you don't know the game, here's all you need to know. It's a game where you collect ridiculous, chaotic characters with names that sound like a 3-year-old made them up while falling off a chair. Tralalero Tralala. Bombardiro Crocodilo. Larilli Larilla. Mia could list them in order of rarity. She could tell you which ones stopped being obtainable. She could tell you which servers had the best trades after school on a weekday. She had been building her collection since she was 7. 2 years. 2 full years of lunch money traded for Robux cards, of hours after homework, of trading late into the night with strangers whose usernames she had memorized. Her collection sat at 260 brain rots. 60 of them were listed by the wider player community as officially rare or discontinued. Mia knew this because she kept a notebook. An actual paper notebook. Pink cover, glitter pen, each brain rot drawn on its own page with a little heart next to the rarest ones. Her older brother's name was Kyle. He was 13. Kyle thought brain rots were, and this is a direct quote from what he wrote in the group chat with his friends, the stupidest thing a human being has ever loved. Kyle played first-person shooters. Kyle had a PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 had been his birthday gift the year before, and he treated it like other boys treat their dogs. He cleaned it. He adjusted the angle it sat in his TV stand. He had a specific microfiber cloth for the screen. Mia and Kyle shared a bedroom wall. That detail is going to matter. Their mom worked nights at a hospital. Their dad worked days at a warehouse. There was a 2-hour window every evening where no adult was home, and it was just Mia in her room collecting digital animals, and Kyle in his room shooting people on a screen. For most of the time they shared a house, that arrangement worked fine. And in about 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact 5 words Kyle typed into Mia's Roblox account. And I swear he thought they were funny when he wrote them. It started with noise. Mia got loud when she played. She wasn't screaming exactly. She was just 9, and when she hatched a rare egg, her voice went up 3 octaves and stayed there for about 20 seconds. She would shout the names of her new brain rots like she was announcing them at a boxing match. Kyle would bang on the shared wall. Mia would go quiet for maybe 5 minutes. Then she'd forget and start again. This was normal sibling stuff. Every house with 2 kids has a version of it. But Kyle had a test the next morning, and Kyle was failing the class the test was for. And Kyle's parents had already told him that if he failed again, they were taking the PlayStation for a month. That week, Mia also discovered trade chat, real trade chat, with real strangers. And real strangers told her that her Tralalero Tralala was actually worth 3 other rare brain rots if she traded at the right time. So Mia was now on voice chat with people. Loud voice chat. Giggling, screaming, arguing with a kid named Dennis from somewhere in Ohio about whether a Lirily Larilla counted as mythic or legendary. Kyle banged on the wall. Mia didn't even hear him. Mia was negotiating. Kyle walked over to Mia's room. He tried the door. Locked. Kyle was actually kind of proud of that. He had taught her to lock her door last year, after one of his friends walked in on her watching cartoons. Now it was being used against him. He went back to his own room. He sat on his bed. He stared at the ceiling. He could hear her through the wall, screaming with joy about a bombardiro crocodilo, whatever that was. And in his head, a very specific, very stupid idea started to form. Kyle knew Mia's Roblox password. He knew it because Mia was 9 and Mia told everybody her password the way 9-year-olds do, like it was a fun fact. Her password was the name of her missing eye stuffed bunny plus the number 4. Kyle had been told this the way people are told their sister's favorite flavor of ice cream. Kyle opened his laptop. Kyle logged into her account from his browser. He was not planning to do what he ended up doing. He was planning to just log her out of her current session so she'd have to restart the game, go quiet for a minute, and he could actually study. And then, because he was 13 and because he thought he was hilarious, he opened her account settings. He scrolled to the bottom of the page. He clicked the button that said, "Delete account." A warning popped up. Kyle read it. Kyle clicked confirm. He typed in her password. The 5 words he typed into the confirmation field, a required phrase, were, "I want to delete account." He pressed enter. The page loaded. A message appeared. Her account had been queued for deletion. It would be permanent in 30 days unless she logged in and reversed it. Kyle grinned. He closed the laptop. He thought, she's going to freak out for 10 minutes when she figures it out, and then she'll reverse it and it'll be funny. He actually said the word funny out loud to his empty room. He did not know what was about to happen. He did not know that Mia was in the middle of a trade, a big trade, a trade she had been setting up for a week, a trade that required her being continuously logged in at that exact moment. Mia was seconds away from clicking confirm on the biggest trade of her short life. 3 of her mid-tier brain rots for a single, pristine, almost extinct legendary one. The other kid had it in the trade window. It was glowing. Mia's finger was hovering over the confirm button. Her heart was doing the thing hearts do at 9 when you're about to win something you've wanted for half a year. Her screen went black. Just for a second. Then it loaded again. Then a message. "Your session has ended. Please log in." Mia typed in her password. Wrong password. She blinked. She typed it again, slower. Wrong password. She typed it a 3rd time, her hands starting to shake. Wrong password. The trade window was gone. The other kid was gone. Dennis from Ohio was typing frantically in a separate chat that she could see preview notifications for, asking where she went, asking if she was okay, asking if she had scammed him. She tried the password reset. Recovery email. It wouldn't send. Something about her account status. She refreshed. Refreshed again. And then, in the corner of the login page, a small gray message loaded. "This account is scheduled for deletion." Mia read it 3 times. Her mouth opened. No sound came out for almost 4 full seconds. And then the sound did come out. And their neighbor later said she thought a child had been hit by a car. Kyle heard it through the wall. Kyle felt the scream in his chest. Kyle stopped smiling instantly. Kyle realized, with the kind of cold clarity that only arrives after you've done something unfixable, that he might have just made a very, very serious mistake. He ran to her room. He banged on the door. He yelled, "Mia, Mia, open up! I can fix it! I was kidding! I can fix it! Just open the door!" The screaming stopped. That was worse. Silence from behind the door of a crying 9-year-old is always, always worse than the crying. Kyle went back to his laptop. He tried to log back in. The account was locked. The recovery process for a deletion request. Roblox's help page informed him with clinical kindness, required the account owner to log in within 30 days and click Cancel Deletion from inside the account settings. He couldn't do it from his browser because the system had now flagged suspicious activity. He wrote an email to support. He wrote a second email. He wrote a third. And in her room, behind her locked door, Mia was very, very quiet. She was not crying anymore. Stay with me, because what she did next, she did in complete silence. And she did it while her brother was still typing apology emails into his laptop. Mia's dad had a pegboard in the garage. On the pegboard were his tools, each one outlined in black marker so he would know if anything was missing. Screwdrivers, a level, a wrench, and in the top left corner, a claw hammer, medium size. The handle was red. Mia had seen it 1,000 times. She had never, before that night, had any reason to think about it. The garage was attached to the house through a door in the laundry room. Mia opened that door very quietly. She walked into the garage in her socks. She walked across the cold concrete floor. She lifted the hammer off the pegboard. The hammer was heavier than she expected. She held it with both hands, and she walked, in complete silence, back into the house, past the laundry room, past the kitchen where Kyle's laptop glow was visible from his half-open bedroom door, and into the living room. Kyle's PlayStation 5 sat in the TV stand, brand new, pristine. The little controller dock light was glowing blue. The microfiber cloth was folded neatly on top of it, the way Kyle always left it. Mia stood in front of it. She did not cry, she did not scream, she did not hesitate. She just took a breath. One single breath. And she swung. The first hit cracked the top shell. The second hit broke the disc tray. The third hit shattered the front panel and sent a piece of white plastic skittering across the hardwood floor. By the time Kyle heard the sound and came running, the sound was very specific. It was the sound of expensive plastic being introduced to a garage tool. Mia had already gotten to hit number 9. Kyle appeared in the doorway. His face did something complicated. He made a sound that was halfway between her name and the word no. Mia looked up at him. The hammer was still raised. She said, completely calmly, "You deleted 2 years." And she hit the PlayStation 3 more times. 12 hits total. Their neighbor, who was already awake because of the earlier scream, counted them. She was on the phone with 911 by hit number 7. The police did come. They did not take Mia to a station because she was 9, and because the responding officer took one look at the scene, the sobbing 13-year-old, the silent 9-year-old still holding a hammer, the destroyed console, the tear-streaked mother who had rushed home from the hospital in her scrubs, and made a decision that, in his career, he would only ever make a handful of times. He sat down on the living room floor, across from Mia. He asked her, very quietly, "Sweetheart, can you tell me what happened?" Mia didn't answer with words. Mia walked, still holding the hammer, to her tablet. She turned it on. She logged into Roblox. She showed the officer the gray message. "This account is scheduled for deletion." And she showed him the notebook. Pink cover. Glitter pen. 260 drawings. The officer read the notebook for almost 2 full minutes. He didn't say anything. He closed it gently. He looked at Kyle, who was now sitting against the wall with his face in his hands. And the officer said, in a voice Mia's mother would later describe as the voice of a man who has 3 daughters of his own, "Son, do you understand what you actually did?" Kyle started crying, harder than Mia had been. He said, "I just wanted her to be quiet for 1 hour." The officer nodded slowly. And then the officer said the one sentence that would stay in that house forever. He said, "You took 2 years of her life because you needed 1 hour of yours." The account was not recovered. Kyle's emails went unanswered for 19 days, and by the time a Roblox support agent responded, the 30-day window had closed by almost a week. The 260 brain rots were gone. The rare ones, the legendary ones, the little drawings with hearts next to them, all of it existed now only in a pink notebook with a glitter pen. The PlayStation 5 was not repaired. Their dad looked at it for a long time, then put it in a cardboard box, then put the cardboard box in the garage where the hammer used to hang. The hammer is now kept in a locked toolbox. Mia started seeing a counselor. She goes twice a week. She's doing better. She doesn't play Roblox anymore. Not because anyone told her to stop, but because she says, in her own words, "It's not the same without my collection." She still has the notebook. She keeps it in the drawer with her missing eye bunny. Kyle started seeing a different counselor. He says he can't sleep in his own room anymore if the door is unlocked. Not because he thinks Mia will do anything to him. Because, And this is what he told the counselor. She didn't yell. She didn't even cry. She just said one sentence and started hitting it. I keep hearing the sentence. Their mom now has every device in the house on shared parental controls. Nobody can delete anything without a password only she knows. Nobody is allowed to touch anyone else's account. There is a rule, printed and taped to the fridge, that says, if you think a joke will take more than 30 seconds to undo, it is not a joke. So here's my question for you. Who actually started this? Was it Kyle for pressing a button he didn't understand? Was it Mia for grabbing a hammer instead of her parents? Was it the parents for leaving two kids alone every evening with the passwords to each other's lives? Or was it the game itself for mattering that much to a 9-year-old in the first place? Tell me in the comments. And tell me honestly, if someone deleted 2 years of something you loved and you were 9 and nobody was home, what would you have picked up? So, hammer or hallway to mom? Tell me what Mia should have done. I'm reading every single answer. And if you think this one was bad, the next story is about a brother who sold his sister's entire Blox Fruits account to a stranger for a gift card. He didn't get hit with a hammer. What he got was worse. And it happened in a school hallway in front of 42 witnesses. Subscribe so you don't miss it.